he dramatically announced he was leaving Spandau Ballet after more than 40 years with the group on Monday. And while Tony Hadley kept his statement short and quite cryptic, reports have emerged stating that the singer, 57, left the 80s hit makers due to a year-long feud with other members. Things started to fall apart last year when the Gold singer said he had no interest in a number of lucrative opportunities offered to the band, deciding instead that he wanted to concentrate on his solo career. Following the unexpected statement that he was leaving the band for good on Monday, an insider shed some light on what exactly caused the frontman to head for the exit. A source told the Daily Mirror, the band were offered a string of lucrative opportunities that Tony didn't want to be involved with. There was talk of a new album and tours including a huge US headline tour. The UK's biggest festivals had offers on the table, too. But Tony opted to focus on his solo career, meaning everyone missed out. Talking to The Sun, another insider added that following his decision to pursue his own interests, a rift has firmly formed between the singer and the rest of the band. He's determined to focus on things for himself ahead of the group, the source explained. The discussions have completely broken down and both sides are digging their heels in. Things have escalated over more than 12 months and it has become a real feud now. The London-born star dramatically quit the band, which he soared to fame with back in the 80s, by posting a short statement on Twitter. The post read, "Due to circumstances beyond my control, it is with deep regret that I am no longer a member of the band Spandau Ballet and as such I will not be performing with the band in the future." Spandau replied with a statement of their own, which said, much to the frustration of the band, Tony had made it clear in September 2016 that he didn't want to work with the band anymore. This has not changed and 2015 was the last time we were able to perform more work with him. So we have now made the decision to move on as a band. Tony is still listed as a member on Spandau's website. The band was put together in 1976, and performed with Tony as frontman alongside brothers Gary and Martin Kemp, Steve Norman, and John Keeble. They had 8 UK Top 10 albums and 10 UK Top 10 hits with tracks like Gold, Only When You Leave, and True. The band split for the first time in 1990 in a row over royalties, with Gary Kemp winning a court case against Tony, John and Steve over the money made from his songwriting. They then reunited in 2009 with a new studio album, Once More, and toured around the world later that year. A second world tour commenced in 2014. It comes after Tony was brought in to surprise a couple getting married on live TV last week. The star serenaded 80s music fan Sonia Keating as she walked down the aisle to tie the knot with Paul Broliff on This Morning. But while the bride and groom were clearly moved by his performance, viewers watching at home didn't think much of Tony's turn as the wedding singer, with many saying he was out of tune and they'd seen better. Tony performed The Look of Love as Sonia walked down the aisle with her mum, and returned to sing famous track Gold as the couple did their first dance. The star also invited the bride and groom to his last concert of the year, and to join him and his showbiz pals backstage. Others were jealous of the bride and groom though, saying they'd love to have Tony perform as they got hitched. One said, "I'd want this wedding just for the fact that Tony Hadley would sing at my wedding. Love that man." And another commented, "Ah, how wonderful, Tony Hadley singing So True for the new Mr. and Mrs. So happy for them, sick." While another said, "Congrats to the bride and groom and getting serenaded by Tony Hadley.